Oh, hello, Emily. How are you this morning?
I'm good, Farmer Ron. I'm good. My organic corn farming is going pretty well, but I'm thinking of using GM corn. I know that you are a GM corn farmer, and I have a couple questions for you about GMOs.
GMOs? I love GMOs. Go ahead.
Okay, so first off, what does GMO mean, and what makes GM products different from organic crops?
So, GMO basically means genetically modified organisms. So, they're just plants or animals that have had their genes altered a bit, mostly so that they're resistant to insects or pesticides.
Oh, okay. How and when are they genetically altered?
Well, the organisms are grown in a lab, and when they're single celled, the scientists growing them alter them. The process is actually pretty simple. Because we are both corn farmers, I'll use corn as an example. The scientists just insert into the corn seed a gene from the DNA of another organism, usually a bacteria. The gene codes for the trait that the scientists want the corn to have. This trait is usually resistant to glyphosate, which is an enzyme in the pesticide that I use.
This is really interesting. Are there any specific methods that I can research more?
Yes, usually scientists clone the genes of the bacteria, and then they splice the DNA strands together, and then they insert the DNA into the plant cell using recombinant DNA technology.
Okay, so when the plants are single celled, DNA from a bacteria that has a gene that is resistant to pesticide is put into the nucleus, which has all the cell DNA of the plant cell, right?
Right.
Okay, so that clears up my questions about the process of making GMOs. My next question is whether GMOs are a health threat to people, because that would severely decrease how much corn I sell. I'm also wondering how they're regulated.
Oh, that's an easy one. The FDA, the USDA, and the EPA all regulate GMO use. The National Academies of Science published an extensive study on the health effects of GMOs, and they found that there is no evidence that food from GM crops is less safe than food from non-GM crops. It was very big news in the GMO community.
Really? Such a big study for such a small elevation? Wow.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who believe the most ridiculous things, regardless of the evidence put in front of them. So a big study on such a small thing is really important.
Okay, you've convinced me. This GM thing sounds pretty good. I know that there's a big controversy on labeling GMO products. What do you think?
Labeling is pretty important, but it's really for personal preference. So if people want to avoid GMO products, then they can.
Yeah, labeling everything that is genetically modified in a product would require a lot of time, money, and resources. Jumping to another GMO controversy, I've done a little research, and it seems that GMO farmers still have to buy the seeds they need every year from the company that owns the patent. However, the patents do allow researchers to study the seeds. This is really unfair to farmers, and I hope that this practice stops soon. What do you think?
Well, yeah, every spring I have to buy expensive seeds from Monsanto for my corn crop. Hopefully, in a couple years, the situation will change. But for now, because the seeds are insect repellent, I don't have to buy insecticide, which also helps the environment. The GM corn seeds also grow faster and in greater bulk than regular seeds, so I gain more money.
You know, after having this discussion, I think I will transition over to growing GM crops.